I got really angry in the last segment because it illustrates everything we talk about here 6 days a week. Matt Ryan, one of my producers, wasn't aware of this. The rest of the crew out there wasn't aware of it. Shows I haven't done my job. But they went and searched charity care and pulled up laws in all 50 states. Let's put up New Jersey for people, and I'll read you the state law there on charity care. We'll put it up on the TV screen for PrisonPlanet.tv viewers. Where does funding for hospital care payment assistance come from? The source of funding for hospital care payment assistance is through the Health Care Subsidy Fund administered by Public Law 1997, Chapter 263. That's New Jersey. We can search the term Texas Charity Care Law. But it's more than that. The hospitals charge you 2-3 times what it really costs for profit when you have insurance. And then they put it in a fund, but also the doctors are required under their license to give at least a third of the care at reduced or free. And these funds, there's the Texas Health Resources Charity Care Law, enacted May 1993 by the Texas legislature to establish minimum levels of charity care that must be provided by nonprofit hospitals to retain their tax-exempt status and to establish uniform planning, budgeting, and reporting requirements through the Charity Care and Community Benefits Activities of Nonprofit Texas Health and Safety Code Section 311.045. And let me tell you what Mecha and Laza and what the federal government, state governments do. The illegal aliens are God. They are told all of this. They come in on the planes from China and Europe and Mexico, and they land, and it's all free. Let me tell you a story, and then I'm going to your calls. 8 years ago, Kevin Booth wants me to go water skiing with him. I go out on Lake Travis with him. We're about to go in. We've been water skiing all day. And I see a barge dead in the water in the middle of the lake by the dam. And they're waving for help with smoke coming out of their engine. There's big waves out there in the middle of the day from all the boats. We pull up. Kevin says, I got a bad feeling, don't help them. I got a bad feeling, don't help them. It's a bunch of Arabs. They don't even really speak English. They need help. I jump off. I swim over. I climb up on the side. A big wave hits. I fall. My hand falls in the door. My fingers flopping around with blood shooting out. Get it together, climb up the boat, gun it into the marina. People are yelling at me for the no-wake zone. I tell them where they can go. I say, I want to ride my own car. He goes, no, call an ambulance. The ambulance takes 30 minutes to get there, drives 15 miles an hour. I get to the hospital on a Sunday. It was Brackenridge. I pull in. It's a waiting room full of illegal aliens. And they're, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I got a toothache. All this business. They're going in. They're going in. About an hour goes by. My dad gets there. He goes, yeah, you got to get that reattached quick. It's still numb from it because it didn't get attached quick enough. And I start politely going over saying, listen, I need to get my finger sewed on here. You see this? I need to get it taken care of. All the skin ripped off, just dangling. And finally I said, listen, I'm a radio talk show host, and I know you got charity care, and I got insurance here. You've taken over an hour to run this. And I'm watching these illegals go in for nothing, while blood I had a big towel wrapped around, blood just running down my arm. My finger dangling by a little piece of meat. A little piece of meat. But because I had insurance, I was treated like a piece of trash. And my finger is still screwed up today because the nerves died in it. Now, that's what's going on here. You know what it's like having a numb finger? You don't feel it when it's under stuff. You don't feel it when you twist it. You don't feel it. It's not good to not have your nerves. But the point here is, I was watching illegal aliens with no ID, no nothing, Rolls Royce care. But they saw a big, fat, scumbag American come in that government hospital with money, and I was a piece of trash. The illegal aliens are told how to get everything free, and then you're told, oh, there's no health care for you when the whole system's there by law, and then they pass it with bioethicists running it, where it raises the premiums on everybody and allows them to reduce care. The death panels are real. It's already coming out in the news. Oh, you're an old lady? You're over 60? This is what the writers of the bill admitted. You don't need to have your eyes fixed. We need to have the money for somebody else. Oh, God. It's total fraud. Everything's a scam because Americans are such gullible, sheep-like people. If you knew about liberty and about the laws and about money, that those of you that have insurance are already paying by increased prices to pay for the stinking health care for everyone. Do you understand that? You've already paid the money in taxes and increased health care prices to pay for everybody's health care. But that isn't going to happen because these big, fat, greedy hospitals with the insurance companies lobbied to be able to raise your health care prices and give you cruddy care. They wrote the stinking bill. And did the stinking Republicans go after the legislation on those grounds that would have shot it down? No. They said, Obama's a socialist. Obama wants to give everybody something free. Obama's not a socialist. He's a global corporate New World Order pimp. The insurance companies wrote it to give everybody cruddy care and increase prices. The heads of the insurance lobby were in the Wall Street Journal admitting they wrote the stinking bill. And of course it doesn't cover pre-existing conditions. They don't want you to know this. And I think about how many citizens have got legs cut off, arms cut off, heart attacks, skin cancer, Crohn's disease, whatever it is, and they try to go in to get health care, and they're turned away at the hospital. Now, if you come in with your leg cut off right there on the spot, they'll go ahead and get you in. But if you come in there with, you got cancer, you got some money? Go out and raise the money. Go out and beg for money for 6 months while the cancer's eating your lungs or eating your liver or eating your brain, and then maybe. I'll never forget 3-4 years ago, I was watching House of Commons on C-SPAN. And Blair got up, then Prime Minister, and member of Parliament after Parliament got up and said, Mrs. Such and Such from this area waited 19 months for brain surgery. It was almost 100% operable if it was done within 2 months, but she waited and died. Tony Blair admitted, yes, that's too long to wait, it's wrong. Case after case where they have some of the most expensive health care in the world, and when Brits need health care, they come here. When Canadians need health care, they come here. And now it's admitted, they're actually just giving old people who are sick in England morphine. They just kill them. They don't give them any care. And that's what you've got. Our old, wonderful health care system is being removed, and a new health care system is being brought in, where government-appointed bioethicist boards, that's what it's called. You can go look. You can see Rahm Emanuel's brother, the doctor who runs it, saying, yeah, we're going to deny people care. You can read Tom Daschle's book that was the model of the health care bill, saying old people don't get eye surgery. You're above 60, you don't get it. You're going to pay insurance by law, and then the insurance is going to be denied for your surgery. You're going blind? Get a cane. Get a stinking cane. These are a bunch of cold-blooded eugenicists that'll screw up and rob anything that isn't nailed down. All right, I'm going to take your calls when we get back. Stay with us. All right, we're back live. And look, you yell and scream and get angry about your football team, but you don't get angry about your country being robbed by a bunch of criminals. And that's why you're going to get robbed even more. You've got to start getting angry about the public being ignorant and America being destroyed by design. Now, I'm going to take your phone calls. I want to get into this huge China news. Rethinks its controversial one-child policy. A lot of key info here. I want to get into the border situation, latest developments there, but let's just go to your calls right now. That other caller just sent me off into a tailspin because the care is waiting for his brother right there, and the stinking hospital won't tell him. Ryan in Indiana, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on something else about Mad, Alex. I had two questions for you real quick, and I'll let you go. The first question is, why do Americans have to pay for health care? And my second question is, why do you have a donate button on every page of your site, but you won't help out the Aaron Hansen surgery?
Another guy. And I'm told this guy had him call earlier during the week. That's amazing. I just told people how to get the health care. These funds have been put in. The hospitals are keeping them. And I told the guys, I said, I bet they don't even go after that. Amazing. I appreciate your call. Exactly what I'm talking about. The real solution, you can catch fish for somebody or you can teach them how to fish. But I'm supposed to be like Jesus here, just endless loaves and fishes. Sorry, can't do it. Liz in Illinois. Liz, you're on the air.
Hi. How you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to say I just got my bachelor's actually in philosophy, and I wanted to say that everything that you've said, especially in Endgame, has just confirmed what I had already learned especially in my political philosophy.
Oh, that's all they teach at colleges. There's too many people. World government's good. Owning guns are bad. The family's bad. And then you come out on the air and say, I don't want your global agenda. And they say, you're a crazy person. None of this exists.
But actually, I was going to say not even that, but more towards what you're saying. Like, for example, I wanted to bring your attention to a specific philosopher. His name is Giorgio Agamben. He's Italian.
Yes.
The last name is spelled Agamben. But he specifically, I think, wrote his book Homo Sacer, Homosacer, which talks about, it's like basically Latin term for sacred man. But it talks about the state of exception in the way that, sovereignty itself is aimed at their life. And it's really all about control.
You've got to control your own land. You've got to understand reality. You've got to know how to plant a crop, fix your car, stand up for yourself. And we've been put into a domesticated, servile spectator mode of passive people that are just told what to do like sheep, hence sheeple. And they also have the panopticon system that the French came up with 200 years ago of making us all feel like we're disempowered and that we're all being surveilled, so we just give into the system instead of understanding we make the system.
I think it's specifically, though, about dictatorship, too, about, like, calling a state of exception or martial law. It really discusses the paradigm of martial law as really central to the paradigm of government itself.
And what's your final point on that issue?
No, I just think you should really check it out. I think you'd really enjoy it. It's a theoretical book on the paradigm of power, the paradigm of martial law. And it's really current and up to date. More
well,
so
a lot of your top
philosophers
for thousands of years wanted to be read by the elite, so they wrote about social control. Of course, Plato being the prime example of that, the prototypical example. Liz, I appreciate your call. Lauren in Minnesota, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Watching on Prison Planet here. Just wanted to confirm a few things you've covered and maybe mention one extra thing. I'll try to be quick here. Please ask your listeners to take action, because if we all take action on on all of these things, do something every day, we can defeat these people. S1619, the Livable Communities Act. Please ask your please people look that up. S510.
That's a sustainability feudalism takeover grid.
Then to UN Agenda 21 in ICLEI cities.
Public world government law, Agenda 21, total enslavement.
Yep, you've covered also Klobuchar's Safer Air Act, mandatory.
Now they're saying any dust from a farm is illegal. They've got legislation, a House and Senate bill, and I've read the bill. You cannot make this up, where selling your neighbor a pumpkin is illegal and you'll go to jail. So they're just shutting everything down. That total control, feudalism, thousands of years old, is a practice of the controlling ruling class not allowing the slaves to be self-sufficient. And that's what we're going into. That's why they want to bankrupt the economy. That's why they want to overtax. They know what they're doing, Lauren.